This is the draft. This is the draft where you put everything on the line. This is the draft where Comer is against Faker, and I think draft has been the most important thing for T1.
And Cagel is right here in that it is Coma against Faker in this draft at this point. It has been Faker driving this team through and through all the way here since T1 has gotten rid of all their coaching staff and Faker has taken over. And Faker has been apparently the one running this team and getting all these rookies up to the level that we have seen here. And now it comes down to this last game here against Damwon Kia. Coma on the other side, the legendary coach of SKT T1's glory days there with Faker, Bengi, and company, getting them multiple world championships. And now we come down to this final match, which will decide who goes on to finals. And I am so ready for this because it has been a fantastic back and forth here. Gumayusi on the Jin with a zillion, speeding him up to just blow up people with his fourth shot was frankly the funnest thing I've seen so far in this series. It's just so unique, and T1 have been front to back outside of like expectation. At least this whole series has been set outside of expectation. And all right, Lee Sin's gone away here, so owner's not gonna get that kind of agency. Neither is Canyon, who has had both have had fantastic performances so far in this tournament. Jin was in game. Yep, it was in game 3. All right. So now, after we've had, at least after the batch of interesting things we've had here, the last win that Damwon at least took care of was with the Kiana, Jin, Gragas, LeBlanc combo, which kind of sounded or felt a little de-synergistic, wasn't as like together as I might have hoped, but we might actually work this out. And Gumayusi is getting his Aphelios. This is a death nail if DK has ever done anything here. I think ban patterns might have actually just limited this out, or they're just finally willing to give it over. And this is Gumayusi's like comfort pick. This has been his go-to, like what we saw on the Jin is kind of what they would normally do with Gumayusi, period. He is the ultimate carry for this team. It's not been on Faker. One of the great stats that's been highlighted a lot in the talk shows that I watch. Ooh, Ghost with the Ziggs will be interesting. Gonna get to do a little bit of AFK farming and let barrel roam. But one of the most interesting thing is like Faker actually has had like the least amount of gold, and he's at least the least percentage of gold. He's not really taking a lot of resources, but he keeps going elsewhere across the map to get his team ahead, get his top laner, get his bot lane ahead. But we also end up where I forget the rest of that stat. His team's actually like making more gold than most everyone else in the team, like top ranking for just gold income as a team. So even though like Faker has been giving up gold, like giving up waves to just either shove them or just walk away from them on Lysandra, these roaming mid laners, it still has ended up with T1 making even more gold than most teams, like sort of on average. So that's been a very, very interesting development, just to see how T1 is kind of actually playing outside of the regular meta that we've seen so far in terms of how they play. Like some of the picks are pretty similar. The Lysandra has actually mostly been in a Faker role, and while we haven't seen the Azir a lot, it's still an LCK mid laner favored pick, just to allow for that scaling option. But let's get back into this draft right now. Xin Zhao and Kennen picked up on the side of T1. They're just kind of, it's almost blinding. The Kennen going into the Graves should be pretty agreeable. Graves will have at least, I think, Prio in that lane. Zig's going to go bot side, and Barrel's going to get his Rakan. So the roaming support will be in play. And this is going to kind of inform what we can kind of expect, because Ghost's going to be kind of left all alone here bot side, or at least the AD carry should be left bot side, and that should be pretty agreeable. But that also means I think Gumayusi is going to have a lot of good kill threat onto Ghost if Ghost steps a little bit too far forward, and I wouldn't even be surprised if Ghost would be oh so bold as to try to 1v1 Ghost often enough. So Lulu and Thresh getting banned out there. Actually, I feel like DK is actually baiting Gumayusi. I think they're baiting T1 into this pick here, because T1 has not secured any of the support line to really help Gumayusi on this Aphelios, and this is a mobile hyper carry. What is T1 gonna actually like pair with this? Like Nautilus, Leona, like none of these characters are gonna be the kind of like enchanter that's gonna really save or enable Gumayusi and keep him away from all the engage and problems that DK can throw at them. especially just with like the Mega Inferno Bomb, the Concussion Blast, the Engage with the Battle Dance from the Rakan, and here comes the Talon in for Canyon. So the team fight ability of DK kind of getting brought a little bit lower. But Canyon going to be given a super mobile assassin here, and that's going to be the easier put in for Faker. So this is going to be probably the most, I guess, biggest carry that Faker has picked up recently. Mostly it's been like Twisted Fate before playoffs and it's perma-banning. But Lissandra was a really good one to just root up or be a good counter into the LeBlanc. And what do we have here? The Silas hover is a little weird. And we have the Zillion again. So I do like this. I do really like this. It just ends up becoming a little bit harder to deal with. It does stuff the assassination potential for Canyon, because he could put out his whole combo to like kill someone, and it's going to be all for naught. So I do like the Zillion as the other enchanting option for T1. It does mean that Gumiyoshi should be able to survive. It's just that he'll respawn, and if the fight hasn't been, if there hasn't been space given around him, or that space hasn't been reacquired by the rest of T1, it could end up being a very being all for naught. Showmaker's going to get his Zoe, and if we've seen anything for Zoe, specifically at least BDD's Zoe, it can really bring you back into teams, into fights. So DK with a way out, and also a way to sort of go in. They have regular engage from Barrel, and they also have sort of a pick engage style with the Zoe. So DK kind of early weak on the team fight aspect. T1 is going to be overflowing with team fight ability, especially with the Zillion being able to just speed up Owner, speed up Kana, speed up Gumiyoshi to just either step forward, get damage out, or just get into the middle of DK and stun them up, lock them up in the Maelstrom, send them on back, disrupt them with the Xin Zhao, or just Gumiyoshi step forward and just start melting their faces. So I do like the stability that T1 has for a teamfight situation. The thing is that Damwon Kia are primed and ready to just go find unfair fights, go do dives, get picks. So this is getting pretty. This is so tension filled right now. This is so close because, like, bias reveal. Like I really want T1 to actually take this one. I just feel like it's so exciting to see what T1 has gone through this year and how just dogged they were for their 10-man roster, how everyone's just getting rotated in and out and they just could not get anything together. And then like Faker and this group just scrounge it together to go to finals, lose against Damwon Kia, and then they come to Worlds and have had more than enough time to get themselves together, get them on the same page, get them on the same game plan. They play entirely different to the rest of the tournament in terms of just what is being done on the map, in the field. And now they've brought Damwon Kia their first 2 losses of the entire tournament in this series, and are, who knows, 30 minutes away from going to the finals. And like Faker potentially getting to face off even against Scout. We have yet to see the EDG versus Gen G match, but bets are at least on EDG to take out Gen G. It's probably a good 60-40 bet there. So early on, ward placements have been minimal. Yeah, nothing too special right now. Both junglers looking to at least position topside. So I'm really curious, at least, I think we're going to look for like at least level 3, like that usual like pre-8-minute roams, like about 5-minute roams for the supports once they've gotten there, like level 2s, level 3s. Barrow with the much more impactful roam. Really interested to see what carry I think he'll be able to get done with the Zillion. I kind of almost think that T1 went to actually like keep Barrel in lane and keep a high pressure just to prevent him, because that's where I think Carry and Gumiyoshi are going to have the best impact, is just 2v2. Out-damage the Ghost, out-damage the Ziggs basically, out-damage his lane push, and really kind of keep Barrel in lane. Otherwise, it'll, Ghost will be in danger under turret. So I think that might be a pretty good game plan. And Faker and Showmaker just fighting this back and forth. Faker got forced to pop more potions. They're both down to just 1 pot left each, but it looks like Showmaker might be a little bit better off. Ghost's going to walk straight into this. Let's give you a bomb and an auto attack. So plenty of early trading here. But range advantage for Gumiyoshi with that green gun, and plenty of sustain naturally with the red gun. Top side, nothing too special all yet. Biscuits aplenty on the field. Well, now Showmaker, yep, get its level 2, and that'll be a fantastic increase in damage for him. Alright, so junglers moving top side. And I think we're just going to see full clears. It's usually what we do see out of Talon. Talon is actually a hard farming jungler in the early stages. He kind of wants to get all the way to level 6 just as fast as he can. And so he's actually cutting right. So we're going to see full clears from these junglers, which I think will be pretty agreeable. I would almost prefer for Owner, especially because of how powerful Xin Zhao can be in the early game with his ganks, his knockups, his dashes. I really want to see him actually get active. The reality, though, the counter argument to that is that T1, I think, are perfectly happy scaling. Like, this game 5, the timer's actually on Damwon Kia. Sure, Graves scales pretty well and could be another great like physical damage ranged character. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was looking for. They've gotten 1, 2, they need a third proc, so almost with a stun there to probably link into a gank. Owner's going to be able to at least get the top crab. Faker is backing off right now. I think he might actually get stopped. He will get stopped by Canyon. This is going to actually be a rough situation. He's still got his teleport, but he's going to have to back off right now. Okay, Canyon's got to gonna back off. So Prio in bot lane means that at least vision on Crab is confirmed. And here comes the engage on Khan. He's going to get stunned up. Flash already burned, and now it's going to be secured. First blood over to Owner, and T1 are starting out this game on a high note. Damwon Kia, though, as I was trying to allude to, it's on them to actually like win this game earlier. They have to find their skirmishes. They have to actually get something going. And like they have Prio in mid lane, and that's really about it. The top lane kind of just went back and forth between, you know, Kana's Prio and Khan's Prio. But yeah, this is where it's going to get really interesting because Faker's kind of out of what the game plan has been so far in T1. He's going to get pushed on the Sazir. Him sort of surrendering waves and just going to help his side lanes is not as viable a strategy, I think. Like as long as T1 kind of get to 35 minutes, they're going to have like a great time in this game. 3 items on Gumayusi, 3 items on Faker at that point is kind of like a death sentence for Damwon Kia. Because all they have is a lot of bursts. They don't have a lot of really consistent damage. The best consistent damage that they have is Khan on this Graves. And even then, like he has to get like at melee range more or less to try to like get those auto attacks off. So really kind of suspicious draft decisions here from DK. Kind of sitting there thinking about it. Gumayusi and Keria, a little worse for wear. So a few bombs have been able to connect. Yeah, they're really lacking. They have to have a bubble connection from Showmaker if they actually want to burn anything out of Faker. Otherwise, he's going to get and do as much as he wants. Gumayushi's back, getting delayed here. Not going to be allowed to back off now. He's going to be half health. This could be some danger in the bot lane. Teleport back to lane for Showmaker. Faker is yet to, I think... No, he's backed once. He's got his Doran's ring. They keep playing towards the top side here for T1. They keep trying to at least get Kana either comfortable or I think they're trying to get like further ahead in this top lane. Alright, Damwon Kia are going to know that Owner is top side. Bot side still not, yeah, still no trouble. CS leads across the board for everyone on side of T1 except for in the jungler. Owner's been able to actually at least go get himself a kill. And Canyon might find himself a good bit of damage here. Doesn't get the third proc. Bubble's going to miss. But Flash forced out of the jungler. And that Flash will not be available for when the Herald arrives in about a minute and a half. So the 8 o'clock shindig that Faker and T1 always like to do is going to be a little more challenged. A little less playmaking on the table. Kana might have his Flash up and available by then. He's currently actually over halfway through the cooldown.
Normally we saw 4v4s up towards the Herald, but Ghost saving it means if Damwon are the ones first to pull the trigger and go towards the top side, Ghost will be able to match a 5v4 numbers advantage. And on the other side of the table, it's Kana who actually saved his TP. Khan had to TP back. Kana did not invest his. So if T1 play towards bot side, they're the ones with the man advantage. Whereas if Damwon can play towards top side, they will have the extra man. And cross-mapping is what we've been seeing all series long.
Yeah, it just comes down to like who's gonna be able to pull the triggers successfully on these cross map plays. Oh.
They absolutely did, but I will say they were less all in on one little point of damage. You know, against the Zoe, yes, the sleep can one-shot you, but Zoe doesn't have to commit in the same way that a Syndra has to spend the ultimate and really commit to that. You know, Ziggs, I don't think it's as much of a commitment as that of the MF and the Jarvan, where you're just dropping all these ultimates to get a kill. So I think that the Zillion is still going to scale incredibly well, still going to be a big threat, but Dom won't have better ways.
Herald has arrived here 8 o'clock on the Rift. And Faker, T1, all of them are rotating over. Ghost is backing off right now. I think he's going to back off to buy, which would put them at a pretty good advantage. Just a Vampire, except they're on Gumayushi, so still not a lot of good damage, but good bits of poke coming out. Red and white guns up and available here on Gumayushi, so this is going to be ideal. He's going to start proccing it. Red gun, ability used. Faker here on sort of the backside. He's going to get zoned out here by these bombs, and it's going to get secured by Owner, so that's going to be... He's going to be able to grab it. Sleep's going to go down onto Owner. He's going to get a lot of damage put out, but no Crescent Guard put out. And that's going to be a free Herald over for T1. So they actually take the early game here with their late game scaling comp. A lot of good ideals playing out here.
But then Kana's positioning is great, and Canyon was a little bit zoned away as the fight started. T1 get the Herald, and they get out. And you have to remember, Faker was on the side there. So if all 5 members of Dom1 are piling in towards this left target, Faker is going to sweep in behind you on the...
Oh, I think Kana might be in trouble here. Beryl and Canyon has arrived here. Here comes the charm. That's going to be a Maelstrom come out, but he's going to bleed out in no time here. Kill goes over to Canyon. And that'll be the top side play that we were talking about earlier with the rest of the casters. And assist gold, yep, does go over to everyone. But this just means that Gumayushi is going to be allowed to at least move bot side here, shove this wave in, and put Ghost underneath his turret. This also does mean that Dragon might be available for T1 as well. Resets from Beryl and Canyon. So they will be able to at least defend that bot side of the map. Owner is making his way over as well. But Carry is in this brush, trying to at least zone Ghost away. But he might put himself into a bit of danger. Bomb disconnect onto Ghost. He's going to put a ward down. He's going to be able to get himself back over into a safe place. But this could be a 3v2 option. Owner has arrived as well. Herald is up, or at least in his grasp. Waves cleared away super fast. I don't think Dan1 Kia know that Owner is here. They've probably got an assumption. Yeah, so no teleports needed for all these top and bot side plays. Dan1 Kia are just going to move themselves around for that. Teleport being used by Faker. Owner going sort of in and out. He's trying to threaten the situation. Yeah, they need to get this Herald dropped. It keeps being sort of mistimed because these waves keeps disappearing so fast because of Ghost. And that Herald's already at like half the timer. Now it's just waves are arriving. Now they finally get the Herald down.
He's been a bit quiet this series other than the Jhin game, who already had Zillion next to him. This time around, a lot more gold funneled into him.
Well, this is a much more agency providing like opportunity here for Gumayushi here. He's going to get the turret plates off, trying to get the one last one. But the disruption and all the damage that can be put out by Ghost is pretty intimidating at this point. So he's got at least a 200 gold lead over his lane opponent. But I think Gumayushi is about to get collapsed on. He does not need to go for this. Flash is available to him. Heal is what he's going to pop. He's got to get the speed up. Sleep's going to land here. Carrier's going to try to block it, but this is going to get really weird here. He's going to actually have the ultimate put down by Carrier. Should be able to get resurrected. Exhaust onto Canyon, but Gumayushi is going to get disrupted and put right back in by a fantastic satchel from Ghost. And that's going to be a dead Gumayushi. Dead win condition, not ideal. Not ideal. Herald, and they're also going to be able to jump over and get the dragon. So 4-man commit bot side. And Dan1 Kia put Gumayushi in the dirt. They get themselves the first dragon. And there was just not enough there. Exhaust, flash, heal, and the revive used by Keria and Gumayushi with his spells. And there's just not enough. There's just not enough. And now Faker, a little bit too far forward. Sleepy Trouble Ball was not going to be able to connect, but he will get knocked up. Here, Flash is available to him. He's going to knock Beryl into the turret and try to actually get a little bit of trade damage back. Beryl's Flash has been forced out, so Faker, very much aware of his range of what he can get out of. Bubble connects onto Keria, but no follow-up. Canyon coming back into Owner's jungle. Keria, I think you're going to be in trouble. He's going to be forced to flash away from Canyon. This is Yeah, that's a lot of flashes having been burnt by all the teams right now. Kana? Oh boy. Shield bow finished off by Khan. Replay, and there we go. So yeah, Gumayushi just steps a little bit too far forward. He's trying to clear out this ward, but they just are not tracking where anyone is on the map. And Gumayushi trying to like outplay this situation, but he gets hit by the bubble. Either didn't see it coming or something, but he should have been able to at least flash that. He comes back up. He doesn't even flash then. He flashes too late, and he ends up going nowhere. And Ghost is actually the one that secures the kill. So, the ability to bully this bot side for Gumayushi is kind of falling away. Owner's going to actually find Khan and be able to jump onto this. Kana with his Maelstrom available. Khan is going to be in trouble. I think he's going to go down here. And that's going to be another kill over for Owner. Mm-hmm. Yep, way too greedy there. Teleports in, trying to get more turret plates down, trying to get that whole turret gone. But it just opens him up for Owner and Kana to just come on in and grab him. And he's not even that far ahead of Kana right now. Major gold leads 400 actually for Faker right there. Missed the Gumayushi Ghost difference. I imagine it's pretty close to even right about now. Yeah, 4 turret plates acquired by Gumayushi. About to be a couple more captured by Ghost in the bot side. Faker's going to dodge out the bubble. And Canyon's there looking for it, but no sleep, no stun. Whoa, Canyon, I think we're in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to put the bomb to stop him. He's going to be able to jump over the wall. Owner's going to be able to come over. Faker has arrived, but Canyon is going to be way too slippery, able to jump and parkour all over these walls, all the way out of trouble. And that's going to be first turret over for Damwon Kia. Like, after a really great start from T1, I think since Gumayushi died, it's all been kind of, it's really made this game a little bit tougher to read, and definitely not near as in T1's favor as it was with the first blood that Owner got. Gold lead now in Damwon Kia's favor, and they're going to be able to even get the second Herald, which could, if they put this to bot side, this could really catapult them. Oh, it's going to be going here. Canyon, I think you're going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Kana is going to run out of spells. He's going to be able to dodge the bomb. But that's a good absorption from Kana, wasting the resources, wasting the time, and a lot of health out of Canyon has been wasted. So T1 might actually have some prior here. If they could actually get this mid turret down, that would be fantastic. Yeah, but the moment Kana doesn't have his flash, his ability to just jump in and get on top of multiple members of Damwon Kia kind of goes away. So, good highlight from Azael. Damwon Kia getting rid of the flash on the side of Kana to make the team fighting from T1 infinitely less potent. Yeah, yeah. Yep, engage. Yeah, the only... Yeah, that's actually, I missed that. Yeah, that ends up being like a major disaster point here for the T1 draft, is that Keria, because the Thresh is gone, and even then it's not even the best of reliable engages. The ways to start a fight for T1 are nothing more, nothing short of just like either walking into them, some major like, Shurima shuffle out of Faker, Owner getting, on top of someone, the wind becomes lightning, or a great flank play or flash in straightforward play from Kana. So it's really limited. Canyon going back in, big bleed onto Kana, and his Maelstrom's down here. So Damwon have actually done a great job here. Very low health bars on the side of T1. And the Herald Charge gets off, but T1 are not in a favorable position right now. It's going to be on Gumayushi to try to clear out this wave to make sure they don't get too much damage onto this turret. And Gumayushi just getting battered. Goodness. There's a lot of AP damage on the side of DK with their mid lane and bot laner. but it just means a lot of poke. Makes me wonder if we're actually going to see like a Mercurial Scimitar on Gumayusi in this game, because he may very well need it with all the magic damage coming in, and frankly just to make sure that the bubble and the charm from Bengi or from Barrel doesn't doesn't ever come through. Yeah, that's been the best news actually right now for T1 is how few bubbles have connected from Showmaker. They got the one onto Gumayusi, but the rest has been it's been good from Faker to hold it together. Alright, this should be actually another turret here for T1. They'll be able to get their final turret, actually, their first turret, actually. Even with the Herald charges, not been able to actually secure a full turret just yet. Barrel gonna get chunked out pretty good there. Nice crit. And that'll be a trade on the top side by Damwon Kia. Canyon and Showmaker looking to find Faker, looking to jump on him. And this might even be another one. But the wave clear from the Ziggs is just too much, and Gumayusi taking a little too much damage there from the turret.
Cross-map trades, as we saw, bot tower for top tower. Now T1 are probably going to focus up towards the top side, and maybe Damwon want to match the play because there's nothing to trade off on the bot side of the map. So Barrel's going to base, move out towards the top side you expect, and try to place some vision down. Carrier similarly doing the same. There's still a pink ward in T1's jungle that could really hurt them if Khan looks for a TP behind. Kana can match.
Yeah, but still
very, very even game. We saw the goal a couple seconds ago.
Yeah, very evened out. Still slight goal lead into Damwon Kia's favor. This wave clear from Ghost means this mid turn is going to last way too long. Oh, this might actually be it here. Ghost may be able to get here in time, but it's still like 3 or 4 coming around just to try to actually defend this turret. It's going to get secured by Gumayusi, and nothing else happens. So, turret scores brought to even. Gold is only like 500. Yeah, there's only a 500, 600k difference right now. And this will be actually a third turret for T1. So T1 stabilizing everything quite well, even with Ghost delaying. Faker and the rest of his team have been able to actually get themselves dead even in the gold with just map plays across and just plenty of wave clear options, I guess. Canyon spotted on that ward. Kana wants to look out for this. He's able to get himself a deep red ward. Canyon's still deep in here. They should know that he's here. He is a threat. Gumayusi going to be in trouble. Sleep's going to come down on to Owner. He's dead. The res going to come out here from Carrier. Ward over, but the satchel is just such a great counter. And there comes the Crescent Guard and Canyon over the side. Owner will survive. And that ultimate is gone, but the satchel from Ghost is actually a fantastic sort of counter play to the res. Here comes the TP here. It's going to be Kana. He's going to be caught out here. Canyon's going to be able to find him. Kana trying to get out of here. There is not a res available. Carrier is still trying to bring it down, but the health advantage is so in Damwon Kia's favor, and they have so much poke and so many threats that they can sort of put onto T1, the front to back that like Faker and Gumayusi need to win this fight. And maybe here now. Yeah, third dragon's going over to Damwon Kia super clean. They might have been able to equalize the gold, but the win condition of what's going to be a Mountain Soul is going over into DK's favor, and that much more like defensiveness, the shield and everything is going to make it really hard for T1 to be able to actually just kill them as fast as they need them to. Cannon's actually going to walk forward. He's going to jump over. Good bait with the wall jump. And now, oh, there's the backside here. Big flank by Khan. Showmaker's going to be able to get out of it live, but Barrel goes down. And there's going to be a great streamer shuffle. Bad teleport in from Khan. And that could be Baron. That could be Baron here. 23 minutes. It is alive and well here. T1 with no ults available. Actually, Crescent Guard up for Owner, but Faker is going to dodge away from the bubble. Showmaker and Ghost trying to get something done here, and Faker's going to be forced to go golden. This is going to be a big setup here, and there's going to be... Oh, he needs to die fast. He needs to die now. He's going to flash over and away, but this is very scary territory from T1. They're going to run away, and the Baron option has been taken away by Showmaker, by Damwon Kia. Ghost and Showmaker, like, putting the team on the back right now. Khan, unfortunately, inting his face off with that teleport. And Barrow just getting caught out, but, like, that was entirely Showmaker and Ghost getting the damage out, throwing those bombs and those paddle stars to just make it to where T1... They win the fight, but they don't really like get anything out of it. So Kana actually got the full wraparound here. He kind of went over into where Canyon has actually been threatening from because they know where he's at. Canyon jumps forward to spot everything out, but now it's kind of allowed Gumayusi to step forward, and he just gets to just get point blank with Barrel with those white chakrams. Khan shows up, teleports just in a very unfortunate position. All right. Good sleep onto Owner there.
Especially with the mountain map, as Dracos was talking about 3 minutes on the Dragon. T1 have 3 minutes to control the top side, 3 minutes to push that one back or look for a Baron start, control the bot side river, and look for Showmaker who has no flash.
I mean, if T1 are not first to the Dragon for this climactic fight for Soul Point, they just can't enter. They have to be there first. They have to be controlling vision and fighting as Dom1 try to poke in, much like this. Because if you show up second, you will always get poked out. You will always have your cooldowns really taxed by Dom1.
But right now, mid lane tower has not broken yet. T1 holding on to that one.
Yeah, T1's been able to hold on to a lot here right now. It's just been 2 turrets sticking, just the top and bot tower. But right now, T1 putting a great priority onto this Baron, trying to bait Damwon Kia to come in and face check, get caught out. Bomb tosses by Carrier. Oh, he's actually gonna get catch a paddle star there. Little less than fortunate. Luckily, have the star fruit to keep him up. Faker on the other side trying to poke this out. Sleepy Joe Bubble does not connect onto anyone. Oh, I think they're going to try to go in here. Faker trying to get the catch. He's going to try to catch combat. It's not going to work out here. The bomb's going to come through. He's going to have to go golden here, but there's going to be the paddle star. It's going to actually come a little bit too early. Bubble will connect. He will be given the res. They're going to let him die, but this ends up being a setup. Here comes the satchel. Faker is so low here. He tries to force the play too much, and now T1 need to back off. Canyon sitting on the side, looking for the threat, but Faker will be able to make his way out. He does not have teleport. It's a minute and 40. He needs to get back and get back out on this field, and they might have actually lost. They might be losing mid-turret for this. They're also kind of free right now to actually just go threaten the Baron. Well, that's also what they're sort of forced to really do, is speed up from Carrier onto Faker to try to get him into a position where he can, you know, stream a shuffle, just slide in and bring someone. Looks like the target there was Khan. Bring someone into the team so Gumayusi and Owner and company can clean them up. But that's how limited this comp really is right now to start fights. They need actually, they almost would prefer for DK to kind of come into them. All right. Oh, sleep onto Gumayusi. Super Mega. Oh, the bomb's going to come out here. Gumayusi's going to be brought so low. He needs to find some heals. He needs to heal up at all. He's down to like 500 health. That is the worst start for this. No teleport. And there's nothing for him to heal off of. There's nothing for him to heal off of. This is so dire right now. Gumayushi needs to go find something to shoot. He needs something to attack. Owner's going to be brought to half, and he has to shirk his way around this. This is so bad. Now they've lost all their prio onto the dragon. The soul's going to go over. It's going to be for free here at 8 seconds till it's up, and T1 are forced actually to go over to Baron, so they've just surrendered soul. Like, it's all gone right now. They are just going to position themselves. They're going to start Baron. They're going to force DK to come to them. No one is going over for the Dragon Soul right now. DK are looking to contest this Baron. They're not worried about soul themselves, which seems a little questionable. Kana sitting on the backside. Owner still super low. He needs to stay alive. Paddlestar goes wide. Bubble doesn't connect anything, but T1 is just being forced off of every objective that they want to contest for. Baron resets, heals back up, and now there's nothing here. Are they baiting this out? Damwon waiting for it. One person backs off. It's just Faker. He's going to teleport back in. Owner's still super low. Kanan's going to be able to find him. He's going to go back into the wave, and he's going to go back into his jungle, and Kanan's going to be able to finish him off. He should be able to get out of this just fine. Now comes the run. Now comes the catch. He's going to be able to get the root on from Gumayushi. This might be both junglers dead. And now mid lane's being compromised, and Kanan's going to go down to Kana. Just one more Q. He's going to be able to get the finish off, but that is going to be a turret lost mid. This is getting so weird. And now here comes the soul finally. No junglers alive, but Damwon will get themselves soul. And now T1 going back to Baron, trying to bait this out. And it just feels like they're trying to force the engages. They're trying to force what they want. Red and white gun on Gumayushi. Teleport's coming in. This should be Showmaker. Khan able to make the move as well. So Sleepy Troubles connect on over, and that's going to be another Sleepy. Oh, it's going to be another dead Gumayushi. The res getting used, but the combinations, like they're getting the res off without even overcommitting. This is actually like pure genius from Damwon Kia. Like, usually you think about with the Ziggs, you think of easy wave clear, stall forever, magic damage in your bot lane so you can be in elsewhere. Like if you want to have an AD mid lane, it allows for your support to roam out. What we did not see coming was that it would actually be a fantastic counter against the Zillion. So whenever someone gets res, it's satchel in play and allows for just an easy disruption to where you have to burn flash to even get back to where you were if you don't get it right out the spawn. Meanwhile, it pairs fantastically with the Zoe if she gets a bubble on, because she doesn't even need to like commit minor danger into the paddle star. It's just a free bomb. It's just a free bomb from the Ziggs. And now T1 on, oh boy, on the Baron. Here comes the teleport, and it should be Kana here for the flank here. Kanan's going to be able to put himself into the blue area, and that's going to be a jump. It's going to be secured by Owner, but now here comes the fight. Owner's going to go in to try to front line, going to sacrifice himself so the rest of T1 can get out, but I don't think Kanan's going to allow them to get that far. That's one down. Kana actually gets a secure kill, and that's going to be the super bomb from Ziggs, and now T1 are in a bat of danger. Faker's burned down. Connor's going to look for it, but it's not going to work out here. This is going to be a dead T1. The team fight, the prowess, using this comp so well here, countering out the Zillion, making that res just such a waste, and Faker unable to get the fight that he wants on this Azir. Gumayushi just bubbled, and not like, you're not allowed to have the front to back fight here, and Damwon Kia show why they're the world champion, why they beat T1 in the LCK final. And at this point, with the timers where they're at, it's just going to be Owner and Keria up in the next like 5 seconds. Damwon Kia alive, and well, they should be able to run this one over here. 2,000 gold lead. This game was close from front to back in terms of gold itself, but there's nothing else to be done here. T1 will fall after a fantastic series, after a fantastic showing. And am I speaking too soon? Infernum's going to get barrel. And Faker's up. Alrighty. That was actually a bunch of... Alrighty, so never mind. This game's still going. Okay, this game is still going. Soul in the favor of DK right now. Baron was cleared off, actually. Oh, this game is so crazy right now. It's only like a 3k gold lead for Damwon Kia right now. So Owner actually secures the Baron right here. And now it's time to actually move. It's time to run. Owner goes forward to try to at least buy time, but T1, there's too much available. Ghost just throws it right in there, into that brush. Faker he's able to flash it, but Faker just eats the sleep to try to get a res, and he just ends up dying to Khan. There's just no chance there. It's a nice attempt there by Kana with a great Maelstrom, but there's just not enough available. There's just not enough available. Yeah, Coma is so happy for this. This is Coma versus Faker. This is everything. This is Coma versus Faker all the way through here. Coach versus coach, player versus coach at the same time. But now it's only like a 3K, 4K gold lead at the most for Damwon Kia. And we're 32 minutes into this game right now. 3 items are complete on the side of Gumayusi. As we saw when he revived, when he came back up on Fountain, he is going to do big damage. I debate if, because of the Mountain Soul, I wish I knew the stats on this, would it be better if he had the LDR to just burn through that little bit of extra armor, because they've got the Soul and 2 stacks of Mountain Drake. But yeah, T1 are not going to get the fight that they want. This is reminding me of actually when we saw Rogue, I believe it was a Rogue game in LAC or whatnot, but we saw the never interact with the Aphelios comp of like Karthus, Nocturne, and I think even like a Senna was in there. So it's just all these ults that just, there's no firing back. And that's what this feels like here for T1. They've drafted themselves a great team fight team. The problem is that DK are keeping themselves so spread and keeping threats coming from so many multiple angles that T1 cannot keep their backline safe. They cannot walk forward like they need to. And as we've highlighted since the beginning of the game, or since Azale pointed out a while ago, there's no reliable engage on the side of T1. It's a lot of stand there and kind of get picked apart. They can't jump on or get an easy CC start onto anyone on the side of Damwon Kia. And kind of with how positioning is happening for Damwon Kia, there's not ever, oh, this might be, that's sort of the only option, is just send Gumayusi or Faker forward and hope that you find yourself with a pick. These bubbles have become such a menace. Turret's going to go down. Gumayusi going to try to actually push this one forward. He's going to be able to dodge the bubble. You got to step forward, trying to get some damage onto Barrel, but that was 2 shots, and it's just not enough just yet. Has Gumayusi even gotten his Infinity Edge? Canyon is sitting on the back line here. He might be able to find Faker. Faker's actually going to go right at him. Forces him away. Now they know where Canyon is. Gumayusi are going to try to at least make sure they don't lose all their jungle. We're not at 50 minutes in this game yet, so gold still matters. Turret over. Gumayusi. They're aware Canyon could be here. They've spotted him. Carrier, I think you're being a little bit of trouble here. Gets out. Oh, this is separating everyone else out entirely. Elder Drake is now the name of the game. This is getting super scary. And Ona's going to come in on a run. I think they're trying to flush Canyon out of here and force him into the pit. Kana looking for it as well. Elder's down to half, and now T1 forced into that horrible situation of trying to walk through all this poke, all this AoE. Gumayusi brought low. Sleep's going to get eaten by Faker, but now it's time for T1 to walk forward here. Connor's just going to go in. He's actually going to get the stun down onto Canyon. He's going to be able to secure the Eldrick, and Eldrick's gone over to Damwon Kia, and this might be the beginning of the end. T1 going off, but Gumayusi is already dead, so is Faker, and that's going to be it. Another clean team fight from Damwon Kia. Everyone's dead. Ace secured, and T1 just brought to desperation in these 2 major fights here on the Baron and then on the Elder Drake. And there's just, it felt a little inevitable when they got to the Nexus last time, and we started ending the game a little bit too early, but just needed one more major objective for Damwon Kia to play around, and they secure it. Damwon Kia will get to defend their world title in the finals this year. And now they just have to wait to see who they are going to face. EDG and Genji coming up. When is that going to be? Today is Saturday. Oh, I'm missing this. So tomorrow we will get to see who will face off against Damwon Kia in the final. Be Genji versus EDG. We'll see you then.